This is a 1997 Ford Mustang with side marker lights you've never seen and stickers you can't read. Every year, Canadians have the same dilemma if you're a car fan. You need something to drive when it's winter. And there's two options you can do. You can either get a nice enough or new enough car that you can just have one all year, or if you're like my friend Jason and I, you find something just crappy enough to use, but just interesting enough that you want to have it. This is a true JDM spec, Japan spec Ford Mustang. I can't actually call it JDM because JDM means Japanese domestic market, Japanese made for the Japanese market. This is American made for the Japanese market, but since the 60s, America has been exporting Mustangs to Japan, just in very limited numbers. This is my friend's winter beater, and it's a great car. Him and I have very similar car buying tastes, so much so that he has my old car, actually, that I want to buy back. Jason, if you're watching this, I want my Merkur.
My name is Jason Lang. I like Japanese Mustangs, I guess.
And we both have the same requirement when it comes to winter cars. Rear-wheel drive.
Here it's just called a Mustang base. That's what we call the V6s, but in Japan this is called an S Coupe, so cooler than base, but not actually.
This is the state that most of our interesting cars end up in Canada mid-January and February. Covered in snow and off to the side or hidden in a warm garage. They're just not cars that you're going to want to take out in weather like this because they're too valuable, nice, or something that you want to maintain. So why, if it's so rare, would you use it as a winter beater? Once you get past the fact that it's just a car with Japanese stickers, in the end, it's still a V6 automatic Mustang. You put your foot down, not much horsepower is pushing you not very fast through an automatic transmission.
Someone, for some reason in Japan, bought a brand new V6 Mustang from a Ford dealer, and then some other person decided to import that thing back into Canada, which makes no sense to me because when these things were 15 years old, they were like a $1,000 car.
Weirdly enough, they sold Cobras and GTs as well, so why someone in 1997 decided that they wanted to have the pure bliss of just wet farts all the time, I don't understand. 100 and something horsepower? I didn't even look it up because it matters so little. Also, only has second gear and up because the transmission is bad. This should be first, but it doesn't have one.
The first thing you might notice is the orange corner lights. I did that to make it look more Japanese because like R32s had like orange corner lights. These side indicators here are Japan only. Fender flares, rear spats you can see on the rear bumper, locking gas cap, folding mirrors.
All the labels in this car are in Japanese. Now I've been studying Japanese on Duolingo for 2 years and I can make out like 5 symbols. I'm really bad at it, but it's all very entertaining. It makes something that is normal more special. Looking at this car from a superficial perspective, it's in pretty rough shape. But in reality, it fits Jason's fleet quite well, having everything from a K car to a Bentley in his fleet. His other 3 Ford Mustangs have all been modified in some Japanese style way. His 1972 Mach 2, his 1978 Cobra 2 with a Nissan RB26 DET swapped into it, or even his new Edge drift style Ford Mustang. They've all got some sort of pseudo-Japanese flair, which makes the true import version so much more special. Something too good, you drive it for a year and you improve it a little bit, and you drive it for another year and you improve it a little bit, and all of a sudden it becomes too nice to winter.
Since it's a V6, I won't fall in love with it that much and I won't want to like do stupid things to it. So hopefully I can just manual swap it and never touch it again, but we all know how that goes.
It is a very fine line to be able to find something that is cheap, reliable, rear-wheel drive, and interesting. And somehow he's managed to do it. And of course, it's kind of a staple of Japanese car culture to modify your vehicle in some way. So if he's staying away from the mechanics, Jason works at the perfect company to be able to add something special to this car that comes from a Japanese heritage.
So I'm one of the owners of Infamous Aero Company. I came here to start the composites manufacturing division. So I lead a team who's responsible for design, manufacture the tooling and parts to make custom fiberglass and carbon fiber parts for a good assortment of cars. We've got Mustang parts, we've got Skyline parts, we make a wide body for an R32 sedan, and we also make a wide body for an A90 Supra. Make stuff we want and make stuff other people want, more importantly, to pay the bills.
Just because winter comes every year to crush our hopes and dreams doesn't mean you can't have an interesting vehicle through those cold months. It's fun to drive, it has a unique story that you can tell people, but it isn't so special that you're going to worry about ruining it or modify it out of being a winter